Thank you for joining us for our post-match press conferences for our fourth quarterfinal at the 2024 NCAA National Championship. We're joined by head coach of Grand Canyon, Matt Worley, and student athletes Rico Wardlow and Cameron Thorne. We'll start with a statement from Coach Worley, then open it up for questions. Please raise your hand and we'll bring the mic to you.
Yeah, I guess opening remarks is we did our best to set the bar super low early with Cam Gianni almost taking down the R1 with his first serve. So it couldn't really get any worse than that. Ultimately we tried to figure out a way to execute. And once we started hitting some serving targets, our block and defense really just got a lot better. And we talked about, just being consistent through this match because there's going to be some highs, there's going to be some lows. And, on the backside of it all, those long rallies that were super exciting to watch, I thought we handled those really well and kind of controlled that chaos, and some of those things fell our way. But ultimately, I'm just proud of these guys' effort. I'm really proud of them.
Van Lopes here from Off the Block. Rico, Cameron, I'm just going to read your combined offensive stats. 13 kills, 0 errors, 722 attack percentage. Not bad. Can you just talk about what you all were able to do to be so successful offensively tonight?
Honestly, it was our passing. It was great tonight, and then Nick just his amazing setting. Honestly, he just put it up there and just put it away every time. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think we handled the passing really well, and Nick did a really good job of finding us in transition. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Taryn, I'm sorry. Did you want to speak?
Go ahead.
Okay. Taryn Rodriguez, host of Set Point on IE Sports Radio. Question for either of you three. You just made history winning the first ever National Collegiate Men's Volleyball postseason match for Grand Canyon. How does that make you all feel, and how special is this win?
I'll start. I think we had the expectation coming in tonight that we, had a job to do, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight. And Ohio State kept some pretty good pressure on us, and I thought we did handle that really well. And at no point did I think that we were not in control of the match, and I think that showed with just the composure of our guys. Ultimately, we talk about just trying to be consistent with the product that we're putting out there. It's a different stage. It's a bigger stage, but, our guys were who they were, and they didn't try to go outside themselves. And, ultimately, I think that consistency was just really important for us tonight.
I can also answer that. I think that in comparison to last year, the way that we feel out on the court is much more calm and a lot less frantic. I feel like we're handling the bigger moment a lot better this year than we did last year. I don't want to compare everything to last year, but I think the history thing is something that everyone is going to look back on after the season's over, because I don't really feel that right now. I feel like we still have a job to do. So,
yeah, honestly,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No.
Honestly, it feels great to make history. First time in program history to make the Final Four, but we all know that we have a job to do in the next game, and the job's not finished.
Coach, looking at how this match played out, it was pretty much tight. Then late in the game, you went on runs, a couple of attack errors by Ohio State, and a couple of those. Was there any adjustments or anything that you guys did differently late in the game that allowed you to go on those late runs?
I don't think so. I think our service pressure late was a little bit stronger than what they put on us, which helped us because I think in each of the sets, I think we're up 17-14, if I remember correctly. And that kind of seemed to be that breaking point. We were comfortable there, and we just kind of held that lead. And I don't know, Pasteur's run late was obviously super impressive. And if there's a guy that they want on the service line, that's the guy. And obviously he, made us make some plays and then, just really let us off the hook, which was, unfortunate for him because he's a stud athlete and a great young man. But in the end, I think that we were just a little bit more consistent with our pressure.
This is a question for you, Matt. Thursday, you've got Long Beach State. It's a rematch of last year's first-round matchup between you all and the Beach, and you also saw them in the fall, even though that's not really relevant. What are you looking forward to in that match, and what can fans look forward to against Long Beach State between you all?
I honestly think we're most looking forward to the atmosphere. Obviously the home court advantage for them is going to be great with their fan base behind us. But in the end, we've been at BYU. We swept BYU twice at their place against a raucous crowd, and we know that's going to be exciting tomorrow. And our guys love that environment, so I'm excited to see us perform in that stage.
Matt, what did you think of the way Nick ran the offense and how how he diversified it?
Yeah, he definitely was feeling himself out there with his reverse flow. There's no question about that. And he was, Nicky Flash out of high school for a reason, and we've tried to take that whole flash side out of it. But he was delivering the ball really nicely, and it kept their block off balance. And again, it's a testament to our serve receive to allow the opportunities to get these guys involved from the middle of the court. But his reverse flow and getting Camden Gianni in triple block situations where he can go OT, like that was definitely beneficial. But yeah, Nick was playing pretty well tonight. I liked it.
Just two final questions for me. First, with the players, what's your message for Grand Canyon fans? There were a lot that came out tonight, and I'm sure that there's a lot now looking at making the trip up here.
First off, thank you for coming out, and you're going to be here for the next couple of days because we're going to win tomorrow or Thursday, and we're going to win it all.
I think that's enough said. That was... Yeah.
Coach, I feel like we ended there, but I gotta ask because it felt like this was a heavyweight fight with some Benny Hill comedy moments. What made you laugh more? The serve to start the match or Hickman's dig attempt in the second game?
I think Hickman's reaction to it definitely was laughable. But even to see, Camden, I don't know if it was nerves or really what was going through his head at that point, but if you saw after his reaction to that, he smiled. He laughed it off. And if we know Camden's laughing things off when things aren't going his way, we know Camden's going to be good that night.
Cam, there was a point there in that first set that was pretty tight in the middle of it, and you guys teamed up on a couple blocks right there. I think it was right after a timeout and it caused another timeout. Was that a big swing moment for you?
Our pins were just setting up the block perfect tonight, and I think we held them to like hitting 240 with a lot of block touches from this guy and a lot of great setups from Jackson Hickman, Nick Slight, Jared Anderson, Camden Gianni. Those guys are beasts, and they help us do our job 10 times better.
For you too, this is a bigger role for you on this stage this year than last year. So how did that feel to be out there in that environment this time? It could be for both of you, but yeah, you can.
Him, right?
Yeah, you said
for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot the question, honestly.
About the bigger role this year on this stage and how you felt in that.
There's definitely been some nerves, but this fall and all of this season has helped me a lot go into that role and be more of a bigger piece on this team than last year, and it's been great.
All right. Thank you, guys. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you.